Hi guys, it's Kat. So today in this video, I'm going to be doing the 5 misconceptions of having anxiety and what I get told and heard and hear from so many different people on a regular basis. And if I look down, I have everything written down on my phone. Just quick notes, just pointers, just a countdown. So the first one is that everyone, when they think of anxiety, they think of like social anxiety or generalized anxiety when there are so many different types of anxiety. There's phobias, there's the fears, there's social anxiety, there's generalized anxiety, there's the anxiety based off phobias where it's like the fear of being sick, like which I have, the fear of being afraid of heights, the fear of eating a certain food, fear of traveling. Like there's so many different things can trigger um, bad anxiety, and everyone has different levels of it and different triggers for what brings it on. Some people it is social. Some people it's just presenting, working. Like there's so many different varieties of it, and it's definitely not just you can't generalize it. You can't just say, oh, it's this or this. Even it's hard to say, oh, I have social anxiety because usually it's based off of fear too that you have while having it. Like maybe you're afraid of just that situation, like big crowds or something like that. So it doesn't mean you're always like you can't go out with people, you can't like go and hang out with your friends. Doesn't mean you're always going to have those anxiety attacks. I think that's what people don't realize. They think, oh, you have social anxiety, you're afraid of crowds, you don't want to hang out with anybody, you're an introvert. That's so opposite. Like some people just have their friends they're comfortable with. Some people are comfortable not being around their friends. Like it's different for everybody. And I think it's something you can't generalize, and you can't just be like, oh, it's this, it's that. So I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions is that it's all based off social aspects of it or generalized, when there's so much more to it than just that. So the next one is that it's all in our heads. If you actually go and do like a brain scan or something of someone that has anxiety for someone who doesn't, the brain activity in the heads will be totally different in the brain. And I think that's where a lot of people think. They go, oh, it's just in your head. Just think differently. You'll be fine. Just go somewhere else when you're doing it. Well, that doesn't always work. Yes, it can be a coping mechanism to change your way of thinking, but it's something that takes years and years to be able to actually master and be able to just remove yourself from those situations. You have to find out what works best for you, and no one else can tell you that. And I think and I get told that on a regular basis. Oh, it's in your head. Oh, it's this, it's that. When the truth is, there's more to it. It's more chemical problem than it is. Oh, it's just if I think about it, I'll be fine. It's like if I could not think about it, I wouldn't, and then I would be fine, and then I would love that. But you can't do that. There's way more to it, and so yeah, that's another misconception I hear a lot. And so the next one is we all need therapy. I get told this, and it's not just friends, it's family, it's friends, it's a little bit of everything. And I think when people go, I have depression or anxiety or this and that, oh, go to therapy, you'll be fine. It doesn't work for everybody. Some people, it's great, and I think I talked about this already in a previous vlog. Some people it is okay, perfect. If that works for you, do it. And honestly, I did go to it for a bit back in 2012, 2012, I think it was. 2012, 2013, I decided to see if I can get the underlying part of my issue. Me, I know what triggers it. I know where it started, and actually, I find therapy worked opposite on me. It made me more aware of what my anxiety was, so that I knew what was triggering it, and then I avoided those situations altogether. And I think that was something. I think if I didn't go in and if I could just figure it out for myself instead of having someone go this, maybe I would have taken a different route on how to approach it. And I know I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying anything like this. I think it's great in some situations. It all depends on who you are, what works for you, and also who you're talking to. Because for me, I prefer to talk to friends and people who I know who know me personally and can know more about my anxiety and stuff like that. Whereas a therapist who doesn't know me just gets what I tell. And for someone like me who is quite closed off when it comes to displaying my emotions and my fears, I keep it really definitely hidden inside. And that is definitely, it doesn't work for me because all they're doing is hearing what I say. And it's just kind of like me speaking to the camera. Like, you guys can hear what I say, you can listen to what I say, or play around with it, but it's hard for you to actually know exactly how I'm feeling or how I'm doing this. Just like I don't know how you guys are feeling, I can just sympathize. And that's all a therapist really can do besides maybe offer you medication or things like that. So like I said, if it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay. You just find something else. So the next thing I get asked and told a lot is that everyone with anxiety and stuff like this is unhappy. And I think that's something that people really shouldn't be saying to people until they actually understand the issue. With anxiety, you definitely have your moods up and down. And yeah, you may seem one month that you're really run down or it's just things are not going in favor, just like everyone else would. People working big long work weeks, the end of the year, they got projects and stuff due if they're working in an office or anywhere. There's times of the month stuff where you're busy, you're swamped, you're just stressed. And it's the same with your mental state. I think we should have a right to be happy one day and then maybe not so happy another day. And I think that is totally normal with anybody. And definitely is a definite misconception because I know I'm happy. My life may not be exactly what I wanted it to be. I definitely have my struggles and things that they're tough. Like you have your moments where things just aren't working out, like now, but you still have to find some way to push. And for me, I'm just because my life's not exactly how I planned doesn't mean I'm not happy because things don't work out always as planned. It doesn't mean in like 7 years things are going to be the same. Like things may change 7 years from now, and I think that keeps you motivated and happy. And I think I have this, but if you pity yourself and all you do is you're so upset about what happens, you need to be positive. And just because someone has a mental illness, something you can't just say, oh, they're unhappy, they hate their life, blah blah blah. And I do get that a lot, and I feel like that's something I shouldn't be getting. Like, how does that have anything to do with anxiety? That's how you think. So it's definitely, I think people don't quite understand because it's kind of like contradicts itself a lot when you talk about that kind of thing because everyone has down days. It's like going to someone who works in an office going, oh, you're unhappy because you sit at a desk all day. You don't know their life. They may love that. And just like someone who works labor jobs, they may love their job. So it's no different with the mind and working. And like it's just there's so much more to it. And but I'm surprised how many times I get asked that. It's like how's that having to do with it? But, surprisingly people think it, and something I thought not just address. So the next thing is, my phone shut off, guys. I am sorry. Oh, there we go. And this is one that I've struggled with a lot with people I know, past relationships, everything like that. Is if you do something once, that you can just do it again because you did it once. You did it once. Like it's fine. And for me, for an example, I was going out with my boyfriend at the time, and we wanted to go out to. We were going to the mall, and the first time I was like, oh no, I don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to go anywhere where I could be like sick in public or anything like that. So I was like, I'm not sure. And then I was like, I'll meet you there, blah blah. So we did all that, and then I went to the mall. I had a great time. It was great. It was fantastic. And then like a month, I think it was a month later, he wanted to do the same thing again. It was just I was anxious. He's like, you did it once. Why can't you do it again? I knew he didn't mean anything by it, but I'm like, just because you do something once doesn't mean you're magically cured and better. If someone goes skydiving and they're absolutely petrified and they do it and they're happy they did it, does that make them any less scared the next time they go up? It might, but you're still gonna have nerves. You're still gonna be afraid, and it's something that it's a process. It's like a work in progress. You work towards something, and then you slowly make progress every month or every time you do it, and just see where you're gonna go. And I think for me, surrounding myself with people that actually do understand that is the most important thing for me. And so those are my 5 misconceptions about anxiety. I'll probably do a few more like this. I'm thinking of doing another video, just like a rant kind of section of it. And because I can go on rants. It's kind of like my specialty is just going on rants. Sometimes I just have to do it to clear my head. And things that frustrate me. I'll probably be doing one like mental health in the workforce. I know I did something on my blog about that. It was my first ever blog post. If you guys want to go up and read that, my blog's actually linked. I'll probably link it in the description, or it's linked to the banner on the channel, and you can go look at that. I'm also apologizing. My skin is pretty much the same color as this wall right here behind me, and the carpet's beige. Usually I'll try to put a backdrop in, but this is like it's getting dark and it's like really dull, so I apologize for blending into the wall. Get all those out. And like my channel, it's just gonna be kind of whatever I feel like talking about. I'm not going to categorize it as one. It's going to be a lot based on mental illness, because that's something I suffer with pretty bad. And so I'll probably be doing challenges and like rant videos and tags and just maybe some hair stuff, makeup, and just go from there. Um, just keeping it kind of casual and seeing where it goes, kind of thing. And so yeah, just let me know what you guys want to watch. And thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up button. And hopefully have another video up. I think I should have it out Wednesday, but we'll see. I'm pretty bad with keeping to an exact schedule. We'll just be honest. So it'll come out when it comes up. And thanks for watching, guys.